Hi guys, welcome to my channel and another unlisted video. It's a while since I've actually done an unlisted video and there's a couple of reasons for that. One is that I have been really busy, and the other one, the main one, is that I'm not really in a particularly good place at the moment and I don't want to drag anyone down with me. So rather than recording a video where I talk about what I'm struggling with and the difficulties I've been experiencing, I just haven't recorded anything. So I thought for this video, I would talk a bit about being completely overwhelmed by life, because I know I am absolutely not alone in experiencing this. This is actually something that I will probably do a podcast episode on, but probably not until series 3. So I'm not going to go too in depth on it at the moment, but yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about. So if it's something that won't be helpful to you or that you're just not interested in, then you can skip the rest of this video. Being an adult when you live alone can be overwhelming for anyone at times, because you don't have anybody else to help you sort stuff out. So if you need a plumber to come out, or you've got insurance or utilities or whatever to sort out, things like that, you've got to do it because nobody else is going to. And when you throw into the mix a mental illness, in my case, an eating disorder, that just adds another very thick layer of difficulty to actually the whole coping with everything situation. So this week I had a guy coming out to install a smart meter because my gas meter was completely broken. I had gas, it was just the meter that wasn't working. So that meant I was going to have a complete stranger in my flat for 2 hours at least, at a time, at some point in the day, but I didn't know exactly when. And for somebody like me who has routines and things they like to do, changes like that can be really difficult to cope with. It all went fine, and I gave him a cake to take away from a video that I filmed, but it was one that I didn't like. I hadn't eaten any of it. It wasn't one that I'd sliced some off or taken a bite out of. It was one that just didn't feature in the video because I knew I wouldn't like it, and I didn't actually realise it was going to be included. But I'm not going to go into details about that. That's a different video. But I gave him a cake because he did have some difficulty getting my electric meter done, and so I offered it to him as a kind of a thank you for doing it. But anyway, I have that to deal with. I also have PMDD, which is really raging right now, and that makes it really difficult for me to handle and cope with things that would normally be okay for me. I've got a pile of mail, some opened, some not, which needs to be opened, and it needs to be either shredded or filed, but it's too much for me to do at the moment. Even opening parcels when I know they're going to be nice things and fun things is too much. Cleaning as well, too much. Again, if I don't clean, nobody else is going to do it. I did have to clean up a bit after the installation of the smart meters, and I did manage to do that. I'm talking about a full clean of my flat. I'm also struggling with my eating in a mental way, and by that I mean I'm eating what I should be eating, more or less, but actually dealing with the emotions and the feelings around that, that's the bit that I'm struggling with. But I don't want to be triggering, so I'm not going to talk about that. If it's something you would like me to talk about in a future video, let me know. I just try to do my best to make sure I don't say or do anything that might be triggering for people, and that can perhaps lead me to be overly cautious, but I'd rather do that than, go the other way and be triggering people right, left and centre unintentionally. It also means that when it comes to dealing with trolls and negative comments, I can't brush it off the way that I usually can. I've actually made 2 videos unlisted. If you want to see them or see the comments on them, you'll find them in the unlisted playlist, which I will link to at the end of this video. Normally, if I get the odd comment here or there, I take my time to think of a comeback to it, or I just ignore it. But I've had 3 or 4 in the last 2 days, and I'm in a place where it's just, I can't brush it off, and I am taking it to heart. I've been accused of using somebody to try and get more views, which I don't do, and I know I don't do. The 2 videos in question are the ones about Eugenia Cooney. I may as well say that, because if you want to read the comments, you need to know what the videos are. It's the second one, the more recent one, is the one that's had the comments that have affected me on it. I make the videos I want to make, or the videos I would like to watch. I don't make videos that I think are going to get lots of views. The fact is, if people have come to watch a video I've made because it contains Eugenia Cooney's name, they're not going to be interested in my other content. So if I was making it purely to gain subscribers, it's not going to work. Yeah, they might subscribe, but they'll unsubscribe again pretty quickly once they realise that my channel is not all about her. Another example, Halloween. I could easily do 24 hours eating Halloween food. I know it would be watched, I know it would be popular, and I know I don't want to do it this year. I didn't do it last year either, but I did do Halloween themed foods. I'm doing something I want to do an awful lot more. It may not be popular, and it certainly will not be for everyone. It is involving weeks of work. If I did 24 hours eating Halloween food, it wouldn't take more than a day of planning. It would be a quick and easy and fun video to do. What I'm doing, as I've said, it's involving weeks of research, hours, days in some cases of editing, and yeah, it's a lot of work, but I really, really want to do it, and I'm really enjoying doing it, and that's why I'm doing it. it's probably not going to be as popular as 24 hours eating Halloween food. But I don't care. I'm making the video series I really want to make and I'm really passionate about. And I'm already thinking I would like to do it next year, unless it really, really bombs and annoys people. Then I might rethink that idea. But it's just an example. And yeah, just comments about me personally, because I'm not coping and I'm already feeling overwhelmed and in a bad place. Other people being negative towards me, I can't just let it bounce off me, and I do take it to heart. And I think a lot of people find themselves in that kind of situation. The sheer amount of things you've got to do seems so immense. You don't even know where to begin, and you just end up almost paralyzed and not doing any of it. So of course the problem only gets worse. I try to break things down into manageable. The word portions is coming into my head, but it's not the right word. I can't think what the right word is, but it's things that need to be prioritized. And even if I only do one thing, or even part of one thing, I mean, with the unopened letters, if I open one letter, that's progress. So if you're in that kind of situation, I think the important thing to do is step back and breathe. Realize that you don't have to get everything done ASAP. My cleaning can wait another week. I don't make that much mess. Even though some of my videos may suggest otherwise. I know some of the bakery ones that I was recording on the floor, there were a lot of crumbs, but yeah, stuff like that gets hoovered up right away. It doesn't get left. That's kind of a priority. Get the crumbs off the carpet before you tread them in and walk them all over the rest of the flat. I don't have to clean the entire flat. I can just do that one little bit. That's all I need to do right now. And I think it's just being kind to yourself. And if you are struggling with practical things like trying to sort out home insurance, car insurance, any other type of insurance, maybe you need life insurance, things like that, or switching utility companies. If you know someone in your life who could help you with that, don't be afraid to ask them. A lot of people might actually be quite pleased that you felt able to ask them for help. I know that my dad in particular is a fixer. There's not a lot that he can do to help me, but when I ask him to help me with something, most of the time he's actually really happy to do that, because I've asked him to help me and he actually can. He cannot fix my mental illness, but he could sort out my home insurance for me. As it turns out, I haven't asked him to help me with any of it. I am dealing with it. I mean, I'm using insurance as an example because it's something that I think most people have to do. I haven't actually had to do mine recently. It's not really relevant to what I'm being overwhelmed by at the moment, but yeah, I feel I need to pick examples that you guys can relate to. I am not going to do a lot of editing on this video. I'm not even sure I'm going to watch it back, which is probably a really bad idea. Normally when I edit, I watch the whole thing and I do my edits and then I watch the whole thing back before I save it and upload it. But I think with this one, if I do that, I'm just going to end up deleting it. So I'm going to edit the start and I'm going to edit the end just so that you don't have me setting up and stopping filming. But the main content, I think I'm just going to leave it as it is. If there are mistakes and errors in it, I'm really sorry. You can feel free to point them out because that would be helpful. This video may at some point go public, so yeah, I might have to do some editing before that happens, but I'm not planning to do that anytime soon. So I don't know how helpful this has been, but I am going to stop talking at you now, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably just sit on the sofa and watch TV. I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for sticking with me. Just on the subject of subscriber numbers and things like that, I know that there have been times when it has really bothered me, and it's been obvious that it's bothered me because I've mentioned it. I am actually in a position now where I'm not really that bothered about the number. I've accepted that my channel is not gonna be like a really popular channel, and I'm not gonna have thousands of subscribers. I may never even get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm okay with that. I'm making what I want to make and I'm having fun doing it, and I have a group of people who regularly comment and regularly participate in my live chats. You guys know who you are, I'm sure, and I feel like we've got a little sort of almost community going. I would rather have that than have thousands and thousands of followers who are complete strangers. I guess it's quality over quantity. I would rather have a small following of people who it feels like a real kind of friendship with than have thousands of strangers. Yeah. So thank you guys, and for now, take care, goodbye, and I'll see you next time, which will be tomorrow, Sunday, for a B&M chocolate taste test thingy. So yeah, bye.